Let me show you something. Let me show you something.
We welcome you to Spicer Field on the campus of Tufts University in Medford, Massachusetts for a special presentation of NCAA volleyball brought to you by Tufts JumboCast. We are here for an unprecedented fourth day of the NCAA regional here at Tufts. It is graduation day, commencement day for many, but for the women on this field right now, it could be the last softball game that they play for the 2023 season. We have halted play yesterday in Game 7 of our regional as Tufts and Moravian were both in a do-or-die elimination game entering the 7th inning, and 2 pitches in on an 0-2 count to the designated player, Emily Silberman. Play was unfortunately halted due to rain, and so we are left here. A 1-0 ball game in the top of the 7th inning. Winner moves on to the Super Regional next week. I'm Andrew Howe. I'll be your guide through the remainder of this game. I was, of course, behind the scenes yesterday and watched a little bit of what happened and what took place, and we'll be here to take you through what happens today. Sky Johnson continues her performance on the mound. Started off yesterday with 6 innings of 2-hit ball. Only gave up 1 home run in the first inning, and that run currently makes the difference from Lindsay Goris. The Jumbos have struggled to hit against Sarah DiStefano. We're going to be seeing her come to the plate a little bit later today, and this is how we're going to open things off. Emily Silberman, the designated player, steps to the plate. She is facing an 0-2 count, as those are the first 2 pitches given to her yesterday before the conclusion of the game. Moravian, only 1 RBI across all 3 games that they've played versus Tufts, yet they're on the precipice of moving on here in the regional and playing next week in the Super Regional. Johnson's ready, Silberman's ready, the count is 0-2, and the pitch is swung on and missed, and a first pitch strikeout here today, which is not something that you'll be able to say most often when you're calling a softball game. That is the first out at the top of the 7th inning. So it's either the longest at-bat of all time or the shortest at-bat of all time. Sarah DiStefano, the pitcher, steps to the plate. Entering play yesterday, 1 hit. That 1 hit was for an RBI. The landmark Rookie of the Year takes a strike from Johnson. Johnson really likes to work with that mixes of speeds on the mound. That off-speed pitch has fooled many Moravian pitchers in this game, number 3. Here's the 0-1. DiStefano grounds one softly foul, and the count quickly goes to 0-2. So 5 straight strikes thrown by Johnson here in the 7th. The Jumbos will have their 5, 6, 7 hitters up to bat. Haley Lineback, Nicole Russo, who entered the game yesterday halfway through, and Michelle Edelman. Johnson deals outside. DiStefano, of course, adequate, as a hitter, but just dominant as a pitcher this weekend. Only 3 hits allowed by 2 different Jumbo players in the 2 games that she started. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Johnson winds up, deals, fouls it back. And we'll see how DiStefano looks on the mound and if she can, for a 3rd straight day, shut out the Jumbos. 1-2 is the count. There's 1 away here in the top of the 7th. And the pitch. Foul back. So DiStefano keeping herself alive at the plate. Hitting .350 on the year with a .376 slug, so gets the ball in play, not necessarily hitting it for much power, but incredible work out of somebody who's also just an incredible pitcher as well. 1-2. The pitch swung on, popped up, down the right field line. Lineback runs over into foul territory to make the play, and there's 2 away. So 2 outs now recorded as Johnson has only 1 out left to complete her 1-run shutout that could result in a loss if the Jumbos aren't able to get onto the board. Here's Jessica Forder. Swings at that one for strike 1. Forder, 1 for 5 in the limited appearances that she's had this weekend. Scored the only run versus Tufts in the last game that they played. It's a bit of an odd situation. First and third, and all those runners reach base not via hits. And a stolen base at second was not called out, and Forder ended up scoring. Here's the 1-1. In there for a strike. Forder hitting .294 on the season. Johnson looking to get the Jumbos a good opportunity to score here in the 7th. There's a pitch. Swung on and missed on the breaking ball. A 1-2-3 7th for Sky Johnson as she caps off a brilliant game. 7 innings pitched, 2 hits, only 1 run allowed. And that run, unfortunately, in that first inning, is the one to make the difference so far here today. The score is still 1-0. The Jumbos, again, will have their 5, 6, and 7 hitters coming to the plate. Lineback, Russo, and Edelman. And lineback, of course, the one leading off, made that play over down the right field line, has had a very successful rookie campaign, but you can't say the same necessarily about her performance so far this weekend. She's going to look to turn things around with a big 7th inning today. 1 for 12 across the weekend, entering the game, the game 2 yesterday, which of course did not have the stats fully recorded. Did have a hit by pitch and a run scored. And on the mound is what has been the kryptonite of this Tufts University offense, which has been so dominant all season long, Sarah DiStefano. The freshman, of course, landmark conference rookie of the year, 15-2, so that's 17 games decided, with 14 of them being complete games. 78 strikeouts and a 1.8 ERA. The only hit that she has allowed in this game was a double to Josie Steinberg in the first inning. Since then, it has been 18 straight outs without a hit being recorded. Here's Haley Lineback. And the pitch. Upstairs, the ball 1. Lineback, again, just a very strong first-year campaign all around. 328 with a 770 OPS. The 1-0. In there for a strike. Nicole Russo, the DP, is on deck. She came in for Lauren Harita halfway through this third game. Here's the 1-1. Lined into foul territory. Almost into Nicole Russo, who is standing in the all-on-deck circle. She has a hand to her heart as to say that she is very relieved that that ball did not go a little bit closer to her. The 1-2 count to Lineback. The pitch. Grounded up the middle. That's going to be a base hit. A leadoff single for Haley Lineback gets the Jumbos going here in the bottom of the 7th. That is the first base hit that Moravian has allowed since the first inning. And a big knock for Haley Lineback. Again, that is just her second hit this weekend in her first ever NCAA regional tournament. And it looks like that is going to be it for her today as the pinch runner does come in.
Ladies and gentlemen, your attention please.
Maddie Sewell going to enter the game as a pinch runner. Sewell, the freshman, attempted 1 steal this year, was caught. Does have some speed, and we'll see how active she is on the base path. The Jumbos need a run any way possible. Showing bunt is Russo, the DP, and it is put into foul territory, so that is strike 1. You expect Tufts to really be scrappy to try to get a run across the board. Michelle Edelman is on deck. She can hit for some power, but maybe Russo attempts to get a runner into scoring position here. She's going to show bunt again and is unable to convert. Goris and Waller are both very far in, expecting for that bunt to occur. But now with 2 strikes, they back up a little bit, although it could be an opportunity still. DiStefano enters the circle. 0-2 is the count to Russo. The pitch. Foul back as Nicole Russo stays alive. Nicole Russo had a RBI triple versus Husson, has just been an incredible power bat her entire career as a Tufts Jumbo, and this being her graduate year might be one of the last times she steps in the box as a Jumbo. Here's the 0-2. Popped up into foul territory, and the count will stay 0-2. So Russo really battling here. The bottom third of this Tufts lineup has been great all tournament long. And getting there is going to be the struggle here. Here's the 0-2. Foul back. Russo doing a great job to keep herself alive. Entered the game yesterday pinch hitting for Lauren Harita, who had a really good tournament herself. Had an RBI triple against Moravian in the first game that they played yesterday. 0-2 once again. Here's the pitch upstairs, and Russo working a great at-bat. And it seems as if DiStefano, who was really in a groove yesterday, is really having a battle through these Jumbo hitters with their season on the line. Here's the 1-2. Swung on, lined up the middle, diving, and unable to get it is Tanner. That's a base hit. Sewell stops at second. There are runners on first and second base with nobody out as Nicole Russo picks up a big hit for the Jumbos. The winning run is now just 180 feet away. And what a turnaround this could be. The Jumbos struggled to hit DiStefano both on Friday in their first contest and yesterday as well. Only 3 hits across those 2 games. But this 7th inning has just awakened a different beast, seemingly, in the Jumbo offense. And now they have some of their best performers of the tournament coming to the plate. Michelle Edelman, the senior, All-NESCAC second team, and has been an All-NESCAC player for the past 3 seasons, will step into the box. She is 4 for 10 entering contest yesterday, with reaching base 6 times on 12 plate appearances. She's going to show bunt and will pull back, but the pitch is still called a strike. You can see even Edelman, who has had a terrific last 3 years or so here as a Jumbo, is still willing to lay the bunt down to try and keep her team alive in the season. Gaurice and Walter are playing in. Here's the 1-0-1. It is outside, and the count goes even. Angela Elmore will be covering third, with Tanner covering first if the bunt is laid down successfully. DiStefano still looking to record her first out of the day. Here's the pitch. Pulled back again, and Edelman making another great at-bat. The catcher, Emma Jacobson, is on deck. Corner's still in. The 2-1 count means that Edelman still has the opportunity to push those runners across. We'll see what the strategy is here for Moravian. The bunt is laid down into fair territory. They'll make the play at first, and looks like the ball was ruled foul. It was right across the plate, so the question is, did it roll off of the plate before getting back into the area of play? And it looks like the answer for that question was yes, that the corners will move back, as now Edelman will be forced to hit defensively here in a 2-2 count. Sewell is at second. Russo at first. Here's the pitch. It is downstairs. Gets away from Silverman a little bit. Sewell took a couple of steps off of the bag, but decided not to go for third. Count has been worked all the way to full. Michelle Edelman, it's just a fantastic Jumbo career here in her senior season. Here's the payoff. foul back on the inside corner. Seems as if maybe the Jumbos have had the opportunity to go back and review some of their gameplay from the past couple of days and try to work out how to take out DiStefano. 3 balls, 2 strikes, nobody out here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Tufts trails 1-0. The pitch is grounded to second. They're going to make the play at second, and Elmore will retire Russo, but Sewell advances to third base, and Edelman is going for second base, and that base is left open. And so the runners have advanced with 1 out being recorded on the play. It was a fielder's choice and an advancement off of the ball just still being not called dead. That is what Michelle Edelman does best, use her speed to her advantage, is able to work singles into doubles and gets fielder's choices into standing on second base. And now a huge situation for the catcher, Emma Jacobson. The tying run is just 60 feet away. Jacobson is 5 for 12. Infield is in. Here's the pitch. It is down. Nice block by Marcy Silverman to keep that ball in front of her. 1-0. Jacobson has done a great job at driving in runners. 3 RBIs versus Moravian. 3 RBIs in the games that she did not play against Moravian, I should say. Here's the 1-0. Outside. So despite Jacobson's success in the other games this tournament, has yet to record a hit versus the Greyhounds. DiStefano trying to work herself out of a jam. 2 balls, no strikes with 1 away. Here's the pitch. Jacobson grounds 1 to second. Tanner makes the play towards home. The play is in time. A beautiful tag by the catcher, Marcy Silverman. And Edelman is leading off of third by 1 step to make sure that DiStefano is not comfortable standing in the circle. A great play at the plate. And a nice tag by Marcy Silverman to make sure that Sewell was retired. Coach Epstein having a conversation with the home plate umpire, and now the fate of the Jumbo season lies in the hands of Kat Yusuf-Polsky. The left fielder is 4 for 9 with 4 RBIs in tournament play, entering Game 2 yesterday. She has yet to record a hit against Moravian here in this final contest of the event. Jacobson at first, Edelman at third. DiStefano deals downstairs. The winner moves on to the NCAA Super Regional happening next week at a place to be determined. Here's the 1-0. Strike 1. No reason to make a play at the plate despite Edelman's speed, as an out recorded at any base would end the game. Yusupolsky's had a terrific tournament. Can she deliver for the Jumbos once more? Here's the 1-1. Swung on and grounded into the gap. That's going to go through for a base hit into left field. Edelman scores, and Kat Yusupolsky comes through once again. The game is tied at 1, as Tufts will stay alive in the regional. Five hits, 5 RBIs for Kat Yusuf-Polsky. The senior left fielder putting up a terrific tournament. And the Jumbos are still not done, as the top of their lineup is coming to the plate. Bella Jimenez steps into the box. Jacobson is at second. Here's the pitch. 0-1. We will go to extras if this game remains tied. Jimenez was an all-NESCAC first-teamer this season. Here's the pitch. Grounded foul. A hard-hit ground ball by Yusuf-Polsky found the gap between shortstop and third, entered left field, and Michelle Edelman was able to come around and score her 6th run of the NCAA Regional. Jimenez is facing an 0-2 count. Josie Steinberg is on deck if she's able to get on. DeStefano deals. Upstairs, 1 and 2. What a change in momentum and energy from yesterday. The 1 and 2. Outside, and the count goes even. Force out can be made at any base. Two balls, two strikes. Here's the pitch. Jimenez grounds it foul, and we'll do it again. The last 5 jumbo base runners in the 7th inning all have reached base. 2 of them retired on fielder's choices, but the base runners is the most important thing keeping the jumbos alive. Jimenez facing a 2-2 count against DeStefano. Here's the pitch. Popped foul. DeStefano 1 strike away from sending this game to extras. Here's a 2-2. Swung on and missed on the off speed. But the Jumbos finally find life. They pick up their first run against Sarah DeStefano off of an RBI single from Katrina Yusuf-Polsky. The score is 1-1. We're going to take a short break. We'll be right back with extra inning action only on JumboCast. We welcome you back to bonus softball here on JumboCast in multiple ways of the word. 7 innings have been played in the last game of the NCAA Regional. However, the score remains 1-1. A bunch of great pitching performances bookmarked by a run in the top of the 1st and the bottom of the 7th. Haley Tanner, the second baseman, will step to the plate. Johnson remains on the mound for her 8th inning of work. First pitch is outside. Entering the game yesterday, Tanner is 1 for 4 with a run scored. Here's the 1-0. Popped up. Line back. Settles under it and records the first out. 1 away. So now Moravian suddenly has their backs against the walls in a sense. That sense being that they have not scored a run in the last 6 innings. And it is Josie Steinberg, Caitlin Perucci, and Rachel Moore coming to the plate for the Jumbos in the bottom of the frame. Sky Johnson has retired 4 straight today. Here's the top of the Moravian order, Walter. Ball 1. Holly Walter, a great hitter, entering play with a OPS over 1,000. All Landmark Conference first team. Here's the 1-0. Showing bunt is Walter, right to Jacobson, but foul. And Moravian now trying to find ways to get runners onto the board. Walter is very, very fast. 18 stolen bases on 19 attempts. So if she can lay down a good bunt, she'll be standing on first safely. Johnson sets and delivers on the 1-1. Grounded to short. Steinberg fields under the backhand, fires over to first, but it's not in time. An infield single picked up for Holly Walter, and Moravian has a runner on with one away. It was a tough play for the shortstop Steinberg, the NESCAC Defensive Player of the Year. Had to field that on the backhand and then set herself again, regain her momentum, and make a strong throw to first. And a strong throw it was, but not enough to get out the speedy Walter. Now the corners are in for the Jumbos as Zettelmeier steps into the box. The lefty will take ball 1 outside. Maya Zettelmeier was 1 for 5 entering Game 7 play, which was this game that we're currently playing. Had 3 walks in a game versus Cabrini, so able to get on base, work these counts. Here's the pitch from Johnson. Outside, count goes 2-0. Lineback and Moore, the corner infielders, are still working very, very far in. And here's a bunt shown by Zettelmeier. And it is a ball on the outside, right just off the outside corner. The count goes to 3-0. Zettelmeier hitting .354 with an OPS of .978. Johnson needs to fire a strike. Here's the pitch. There it is, 3-1. Sky Johnson has pitched 7 1/3 innings through these 2 days of this game. Also had a no-hitter in that do-or-die game as well. Here's the pitch, grounded to second. Jimenez boots it off of her leg, and that ball will sail into right field. Walter will head to third as Zettelmeier reaches on an error, and Jimenez is a bit shaken up. It took a tough hop and bounced off of, I believe, the shin of Bella Jimenez. Training staff going out. Jimenez is signaling that she's all right. And now Moravian in a great position. An infield single and then a reached on error puts runners on the corners with 1 out. And it looks like Coach Epstein is going to have to go to her ace in the hole. Sophia DeCoco coming onto the mound to finish this game. A great performance from Johnson. Some hard-hit contact there in the 8th, but overall kept the ball on the ground, which has been something that she's been working on all season long. DeCoco coming in with 1 out here in the top of the 8th. DeCoco, considered by many to be the ace of this Jumbo's pitching staff, was seen by the Moravian pitchers in 2 games, both of the other games that the Jumbos and the Greyhounds played against each other. And both games, DeCoco pitched excellently. Has not allowed an earned run in 14 innings pitched against the Greyhounds. And these 2 teams have played really, really tight softball with defense being the center of attention. Very little offense has been able to be sparked across these 2 pitchers. And we'll see if DeCoco can continue her dominant streak here in the NCAA tournament, as there is a pinch hitter for the Greyhounds. No, I apologize. That is not what is happening. Goris is still at the plate. So it looks like the lone change will be DeCoco coming in for Johnson on the mound. So Goris is the only run for Moravian, the only RBI for Moravian across the 3 games that they played against the Jumbos today, or across this weekend, I should say. Infield is in. Jumbo's looking to avoid having this run cross the plate. Walter represents the lead for Moravian. One away, DeCoco in a tough spot. And it'll be interesting to see what happens, as DeCoco is known for forcing soft contact on the ground ball. Pitch to Goris is a strike. Count 0-1. As we mentioned, Walter is very fast, 18 stolen bases. This would not necessarily be a steal, but perhaps a similar situation, as she has 60 feet to try and take this lead for the Greyhounds. The 0-1. Just outside. DeCoco wanted that call, and so did the Tufts bench. Walter standing at third, where she plays on defense as well. Here's the pitch. Swung on and lined foul. And the count goes to 1-2. Marcy Silberman is at the plate, is on deck. And will almost certainly be coming in. Here's the 1-2 on the outside, and it's 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 away. We're here in the top of the 8th in this NCAA regional. DeCoco deals, and that pitch is grounded to Moore, but she will field it into foul territory. And so the count stays even at 2s. Winner again is the champion of this Medford Regional, the NCAA softball tournament. Here's the pitch. Down and away as the count will go full. DeCoco and Goris locked in a battle. Payoff pitch incoming. Sophia DeCoco entering the game for Johnson. Here's the pitch. It is lined into right center field, and that's going to fall for a base hit and split the outfielders. Going to the wall is Perucci. She'll be able to field it cleanly, but 1 run will score. They will hold Zettelmoyer at third, but it's an RBI double for Lindsay Goris as she picks up her 2nd extra base hit of this game. Tanner will cross home safely. It is a 2-1 Moravian lead. Two incredible pieces of hitting by the Greyhound first baseman. A home run to lead off this game. And now in the top of the 8th, an RBI double. That pitch is grounded to first. They're going to make the play at the plate. And now the players are stuck in a rundown. They will not make the play at third as Moore put the tag on late from the throw of Jacobson. So Silberman will reach first safely. It is a fielder's choice with everybody remaining safe. The bases are loaded with 1 away. And here in the 7th inning, offenses for both teams have come alive. There was no force at home due to there not being a runner on first base in that situation. So despite Leinbach making a strong throw to Jacobson, all Zettelmoyer had to do was head back to third base. Here's Sage Snyder. Snyder was retired to end the 6th inning yesterday. Was all landmark first team as the right fielder. Infield completely in. Force at any base, and they're going to try to make that play at home. Here's the 1-0. 1-1. We'll see what the pitching decision is for Moravian here in the bottom of the 8th. Does DeStefano come back out again? Here's the 1-1. It's downstairs. DeCoco still looking to record her first out. Here's a 2-1. In there for a strike on the outside corner. And so now Snyder is 1 strike away from going down. DeCoco sets and fires on the 2-2. It is popped up into right field and will go foul. Zettelmoyer on third. Goris at second, Silverman at first. All these runs would serve as insurance for Moravian as they already have the lead entering the bottom of the 8th inning. Here's the 2-2. Downstairs, and the count goes full. And so now DeCoco has to be very careful with her pitch location. A ball would score a run, and if you throw one in there against Sage Snyder, historically things do not go well. Here's the payoff. It's downstairs, another run scores. It is 3-1 Greyhounds. Great job by Moravian so far in this game, or in this inning, I should say specifically, to work these counts against some of the best pitchers Division III has to offer. DeCoco still has 2 outs left to record as Marcy's sister, Emily, steps into the box. The junior started things off in the top of the 7th inning against Johnson. Here's the 1-0-1. Grounded foul off the foot, and the count goes to 0-2. Infield still in for the Jumbos. They need to make a play at the plate. Moravian has worked their way all the way around the order here in this abbreviated contest. Here's the pitch, swung on and missed. And Silverman will once again go down on strikes. 2 away. The Jumbos have the heart of their order coming to the plate in the bottom half of the inning. In a similar situation, albeit a bit greater, 2 runs they would have to overcome if DeCoco is able to retire DeStefano here on this at-bat. Here's the pitch. One ball, no strikes. 2-0. And DeCoco has to be, again, just very careful about her pitch placement. While you don't want to walk anybody, a hit would score 2, potentially. Coaching staff of Moravian looking to check on the bat of DeStefano. Jumbos are 1 out away from getting the chance to hit again. Sophia DeCoco entered this game in a jam and is trying to escape it with minimal damage being done. 3 balls, 1 strike. Or sorry, 2 balls, no strikes. The pitch is in there, 2 balls and 1 strike. As the score is 3-1. I apologize. The 2-1. Grounded foul. And DeCoco once again with a 2-strike count. If DeStefano does go down, she'll have the chance likely to redeem herself on the mound. Here's the pitch. Just upstairs. That outside corner has been a pretty contentious conversation around here in the bleachers. Looks like that one was just too high. Runners on 3rd, 2nd, and 1st in a full count. The ultimate payoff from DeCoco. Grounded foul. Infield no longer having to play in. Here's the 3-2. Grounded softly between DeCoco and Jacobson, and nobody's going to be able to make that play. A swinging safety squeeze, you could argue, for Sarah DeStefano as she continues to add to her contributions in this game. An RBI on the infield single. And that's a tough break for the Jumbos. It was right in between where you would want either DeCoco or Jacobson to field that ball. And by the time that either of them got to it, all runners were safe. Sarah DiStefano will exit the game for a pinch runner. It'll be the freshman Kendall Zor from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, entering the game on first base. Jessica Forder steps into the box. The 9th hitter that Moravian has sent to the plate in this 8th inning. Fouls it off for strike 1. Now with the substitution rules, I believe that DiStefano still will be able to re-enter this game in the bottom of the 8th as the pitcher. Here's the pitch. Downstairs, count goes to 1-1. One and one is the count. There's 2 away here in the last game at the top of the 8th inning of the NCAA Medford Regional. The 1-1 in there for a strike. DeCoco has been peppering that outside part of the plate. And now Forder is in a disadvantageous count. Here's the 1-2. Grounded to lineback. Bobbles the ball. Gonna be a tough play at the plate at first base. She dives and records the out. We apologize for some of the audio delays that we were having there over the last couple of minutes, but if you're just catching up, that was a big double by Rachel Moore with 2 outs. The Jumbos still have a lot to work with here. Or sorry, don't have a lot to work with here, as they still need to make up 3 runs with 2 away. Haley Lineback started off the bottom of the 7th inning with a single. DeStefano will deal one inside for ball 2. So a hard hit ground ball from Steinberg to Elmore for the first out, and a line drive from Perucci right to Elmore for the second. DeStefano deals. The 2-0 is in there for a strike. Russo is on deck. A big moment here for the Jumbo for first year. Here's a 2-1. Three and 1. Sarah DeStefano, the runner in scoring position just for the 3rd inning this game. 3 balls, 1 strike is the count to Haley Lineback. The pitch inside, and Lineback works a walk. The tying run is coming to the plate in the form of Nicole Russo. A huge moment once again for Russo.
The DP number 11, Nicole Russo.
Russo's hitting .368 with an .867 OPS, but has done even more than that across the other seasons that she's played as a Jumbo. DeStefano will deal. Check swing, did she go? Yes, she did. Strike 1. This is the highest batting average of Russo's career. Pops it up into out of play into foul territory, nearly hitting us. Back in the press box, and the count goes to 0-2. Sarah DeStefano, the landmark conference rookie of the year, stares into the glove. Here's the 0-2. Grounded to third. Walter steps on the bag, and that is the ball game. Or no, I apologize. The home plate umpire will rule that a foul ball. The force was at third. Walter fielded it right on the base, but the play was ruled foul, and the ball was ruled dead. So Russo gets another life. 0-2, still the count. This game seemingly never ending. Here's the pitch. Popped up into center field. Forder settles under it, and that is the game. The Moravian Greyhounds shock the Tufts Jumbos. They win 2 out of 3 against the home squad and are your champions of the NCAA Softball Division III Medford Regional. They'll move on to the Super Regional next week. And what is a absolutely incredible performance, specifically out of Sarah DeStefano on the mound. 15 innings pitched to the Jumbos with only 1 run given up. And for the Jumbos who entered this season this tournament as the number 7 ranked team in the country, a bit of a shocking defeat. But they played hard all year long. They played hard in this tournament. They fought back even when they were down to their last out in the 7th. But unfortunately, the offensive outburst from Moravian finally came to be in the top of the 8th. And Lindsay Goris, almost certainly going to be named the tournament regional's most outstanding player. A home run, and then that huge hit, double into the right center field to regain the lead, and that ended up being the game-winning run. We'll stay here for the award ceremony, but I've been Andrew Howe. It's been a pleasure to cover Tufts University athletics for the entirety of the 2022-23 school year, and we'll be back for 23-24 with fall athletics starting up. We'd like to give a huge thank you to all of our seniors who will be graduating today, and for all the athletes that have been giving us
Ladies and gentlemen, let's now meet the all-tournament team for the NCAA Division III Softball Championship Medford, Mass. Regional. You guys need to be out there, right? They're not signed? Are you able to sort of fiddle through them? 1 minute, we're waiting for our site rep. Alexis, can you out and join us? Let's announce the all-tournament team players who were from Husson and Cabrini. The center fielder from Husson, senior Katie Raymond. The pitcher from Cabrini, senior Avery Burns. And first base from Cabrini, Kelsey Huling. Now, if the members of the Tufts and Moravian all-tournament team selections could go out and meet our site rep, Kelly Bevere, in the pitcher's circle to receive your certificates. For Tufts, the pitcher, number 13, Sophia DeCoco. The shortstop, number 4, Josie Steinberg. And the left fielder, number 25, Kat Uzapolsky. And now from the regional champion Moravian University team, number 4, the pitcher, Maddie Cunningham. Number 19, first base, Lindsay Gores. The catcher, number 32, Marcy Silberman. And the 2023 most outstanding player at the Medford, Mass. Regional, number 16, the pitcher, Sarah DeStefano. Congratulations to head coach Josh Baltz and assistant coaches Leah Holmes, Amy Rogers, Justine Rossai, and Janae Matos on winning the NCAA Softball Regional in Medford, Massachusetts. And to the Jumbos, head coach Lauren Epstein, assistant coaches Marley Becker and Quinn Ryan on their outstanding season. Thank you for attending the NCAA Division III Softball Championship Medford, Mass. Regional and for your support of NCAA championships. Have a good day. Please travel home safely. And Moravian
know you're